Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet. I'm Amber, and today is Monday, October the, yes, I always have to look, 14th. Whew, my kid's birthday is coming up quick. He's gonna be 7 before too long, and oh my goodness, he's gonna be quite the ham. Anyway, I almost couldn't sleep last night. I was excited to get up and do this video this morning because I have not one, but 2 finished objects for the most part to show you guys. So excited. But first, before I get to that, I'm going to show you the Ruana that I'm working on. I'm still working on for the first panel. I'm on my second cake of yarn for the Bernat Pop, and I think, well, I'll just show you. I have about that much left. I don't know if that, knowing how much this is, or showing this, it's a 5-ounce cake of 4-weight, a thick 4-weight, and I have that much left visually. A little over halfway to go on it to add to it. You know what? Let's measure this. I thought I put the measuring thing back. No, it's right here. Okay, so I'm trying to get to around 21 inches. Oh, oopsies. Alright, just lay it flat. Well, I mean, I guess if you include the little row I'm on. I'm about 18 inches, so that means I've got about 2 more inches-ish. 2 to 3 more inches to go before this one's done, I think. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look and see how wide I should make this Ruana, this panel. I could have sworn I wanted to do, I saw somewhere where they were 21 inches or something. So if that's the case, I'm 3 inches away from 21. So I'm trying to see, and that's roughly a color change stripe. So I'm guessing before I reach the black again, I should be able to put in another color stripe and get to 21 inches. Oh my goodness, the laciness and softness of this thing is so nice. And it's, yes, it's got holes, but like, I don't know, we'll see, because I have a cardigan that I bought from Walmart that has tinier holes in this, and the air just goes right through it. And it's like, it's more of a decorative cardigan than anything else. So it's gonna be like one of those ones that I have to wear a long sleeve underneath it, which is probably what I'll have to do with this. That's okay. So yeah, here is the panel. I just started on the granny stitch cluster row, so it's getting there. Again, I'm gonna have to go and look and see. I'm gonna have to go find that one Ruana pattern and just see how wide they're making their panels. But see, the thing is, I think the one I'm thinking of in my head, go in there. Okay, was it going in its project bag? I think the one that I was referencing for like just the fact that they use 2 panels to sew together, not the pattern, not the stitch work, nothing. I'm trying to think, my words just went away. The one I was looking at, I remember scrolling through it to see, sorry, I'm gonna plug my phone in. I keep forgetting to do this. Why are we there we go. I keep forgetting I keep forgetting. I scrolled through and I could have sworn I didn't see measurements anywhere. All it did was like 70 something rows for each panel, but you're using, like I said, different stitch work. There are cables and stuff throughout hers. All right. Ooh. I think it's gonna be one of those nap days today. I'm gonna have to talk to my child again because she said that the dance class that she's taking on Mondays is not turning out to be her particular favorite, and she's taking a whole bunch of other classes anyway. And honestly, taking the Monday one off for her would be nice because then it's one less day she's doing dance, but also one less dance, one less day, and, you know, less, you know, her heart's not in it, which is, you know, I get it. And it just sounds like the girls that are in it aren't inclusive with her, and so she's just not enjoying it because she's not having fun with them. They kind of have their own little clique. They've been together, I guess, for a while, so she's kind of over here where they have, and there's only two, I think there's only 3 of them in the whole class. So I hate to put them in a lurch, but, you know, what was I going to say? It'll be nice to be able to not have her class on Mondays because then we can go to AHG on the Mondays that she has both. We will only have the one thing with AHG, and that's every other Monday, whereas with the dance, it's every Monday, you know? So, like today, she would have it, but if she wants to cancel it, you know, I may talk to her and be like, look, we need to do it today before it gets too far, because you're still within a good, you know, you're still within that first 2 months to, you know, change your mind. So, well, I mean, that's not what they give you or I give her. I'm just saying, like, you know, you're not too far into it. You're not that far invested, I guess. So I will see what see what she's thinking later. So before I get too far into the daily stuff here, I have to show you the finished projects, not products. So Kim at Fortunate Creations did a yarn cake challenge where she took scrap yarn, I'm assuming, and caked it up on her winder and did a whole bunch of them. And she's like, I want to challenge people to make something with this yarn. And her rule was that you had to make something with just the cake that she sent you. You could not add anything to it or add any yarn to it. And it could be any craft you wanted. It did not have to be crochet. It could be whatever you wanted. Well, I decided to just go ahead and do crochet because I was like, I do not want to run this stuff through my Addy because it's so many different things and a lot of it was thin. And the Addies, the knitting machines, are not huge fans of the thinner yarn, so I didn't want to take a chance. So I went with just a good old simple, and I used the Lacy D stitch just like I am for my Ruana because I love the stitch. And it's lacy and beautiful, and I made myself a scarf. So this, and yes, okay, I have a baggie around here. I have to figure out where I laid it down at. It's got all the remnants. I had a lot of leftover of this, mostly the dark burgundy here, most of that, and that brown, like copper looking stuff. I got to this yarn right here. This one in my cake, and I went, I do not want to crochet with that. It was another thin yarn, and I was like, I don't want to crochet with it. And this thing was already getting long. My hair is shedding really bad right now because it's all over this thing. So I decided to make it, I was like, you know, and I gotta use it up. I was like, you know what? I'll add fringe onto this thing. Like the hair on here, my goodness. It's everywhere. Anyway, so this is the end I started on. So here's the other end of fringe. Okay, so anyway, I have a lot of extra of the yarn, like I was telling you, and in order to actually use the whole cake, well, as much of it as you can, I'm actually leaving the tails on the side for aesthetics. Now I have to fix these. I'm gonna make this one a little shorter. I'm actually gonna take the extra that I have and just go along and attach it to the other sides and to these and give them side fringe, you know, just because. Why not? You know, and it just kind of goes with the whole scrappiness. And when you're wearing this thing, these tails kind of, the scarf kind of curls up on itself, so the tails kind of get hidden inside the scarf when you're wearing it anyway. So I was like, it just go, you know, it just plays to the aesthetics. Here is this, I don't know if I can get this is a shiny yarn. I don't know if I can get the light to hit it just right. It almost looks like scrubby yarn. And almost kind of sort of feels like it. This yarn is beautiful right here. I should have ran this double-stranded, but I got too far into it and went, I really don't want to frog all that back out. So, yeah. Just looking at it, it's getting a little stretched out, which is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's very fall colors in this thing. And then this one, I've never seen this yarn before, where it like switches between these colors. I'm sorry, fingers keep going through the holes here. Like the color change with this. I love that yarn. I don't like the feel of it per se. It's kind of rough. Ish. It's like a rough, soft. And then the last one was this one. It color changed between here to here. And then come to find out, it changed into, because I was like, there's like a tiny little bit of this like grayish purple stuff wrapped around the outside of my cake. And I was like, I'm just going to cut that off and use it as fringe. But I got to it, and I was pulling it out to get to it, thinking it was, and it was attached to the end of this color. This color actually went into that color, this color. Like there was no knot, nothing. It went into this one. So it went from this color to this color to this color in the same strand. So anyway, I went ahead and cut it off, and I was like, you know what, I'll just throw it in with the fringe. And that's what I did. I put about one color. I put one strand in each of my fringe, and then I had just a little bit left over of this green one here. It's kind of a variegated-ish one, where it came from some of this at the other end of all this, right here. And so I was like, I gotta cut this off because I was getting less and less of it. So I just cut it off, and I was like, oh, I almost didn't keep it, but I was like, nope, I gotta use the whole cake, as much of it as I can. So I actually threw it into the fringe. I need to trim a couple pieces, but that was part of the whole aesthetics, is I was gonna leave them all like just different sizes, but this one is very much like I need to bring them up a little bit. So there is my scarf. It is very long and very warm, and the whole scrappy aesthetics of it is exactly what I was going for. I was like, yay, I love it. And I love the fact that they all basically work well together in one project. So there you go, Kim. Challenge completed. All right, but that one is not the one I'm excited to show you guys. I did finish a blanket. 99% of it. The tails are still not sewn in. But you know what? I put 15 rows in one day, so I was like, everybody will forgive me, right? because I am not putting, I was like, I'm putting this thing down and I am tying in the tails on another day before I get this thing sent off. So, dun da da da, it is the cat's meow. Been telling people all over the YouTube streets that I am 15 rows away from being done with this. And guess what? I can start his cowl. Juan's cowl on Tuesday. Check it, check it. See all my tails? It's done, y'all. It's done. It's done. Here, I'm just going to show you this half. Because, I mean, that's the only half you need to see anyway, because that's the update. So I just have, I mean, honestly, I don't mind having to sew these tails in because there's not a ton of them. And the only reason I have them is because I had to add in my color again up here, and then I cut it off again here. And same over here. So I just have, you know, I'm hearing some commotion out there. It is like way early and I'm hoping I don't hear it. Hoping I'm not talking so loud that I'm waking people up. So I'm gonna fold this back up. So done, yay. I'm done with it, I'm done with it, whoop whoop. And now I gotta put the ends in. This thing is not cooperating with me. I don't know why. I need to get the ends sewn in. And come on now, there we go. It's definitely not straight because it's not folding up well. But I gotta put all the ends in and then I'm gonna take it and wash it. And the whole reason I was able to say that this was already out is I was measuring that last night. I laid it out on my bed, partially over my husband. I said, I just need to lay this thing out and then look at it. But then I was like, I need to measure it. So I snagged this out of my bag, out of my pouch, and I started measuring. And it is bigger than I expected. By quite a bit. So it is 5 inches too wide and almost a foot longer than it should be. So it will more than likely go to a staff member, but you know what? I completed it. It's done. I only have tails. Yes, I know it's not officially done, but it is like it's done. I don't have to spend weeks on it anymore. Like, it's done. Yay! Okay. That's all I have for that. So, I think that is all I have. Yeah. I'm gonna go sit in my bed and relax till Kim's live in an hour and maybe take a quick nap because I'm still tired. I don't know. I get this video uploaded and get my Monday started. Yes, it is Columbus Day, and yes, we still homeschool on Columbus Day because you know what? I'm pretty sure that when I was in school, we still had school on Columbus Day. I don't remember taking the day off. I was in a small town. I don't remember taking the day off for Columbus Day. I mean, yes, Christopher Columbus is important in our history. And yes, we need to talk about him and celebrate him, and not celebrate him, but like, you know, we need to know the history. But my one kid's like, but do other people still have school? I'm like, no, but we don't follow other people's schedules. We don't follow the public school system schedule. So just because they have the day off today doesn't mean we are. Hey, we take a lot of days off throughout the year that this is one of those days, like, why take the day off, you know, for us? Because, you know, we might as well get some work done, and we don't spend all day doing it anyway. I do need to figure out which reading curriculum I want to use with my youngest, because he's got about 30 lessons left of the online one that we use, and I really want to get him off of there. But I really don't want to have to sit at a desk, so I'm trying to think of ways to make it learn. my goodness. Make it fun to learn the letter sounds, because we're still struggling with that. But it's not a rush. I gotta keep reminding myself we just need to take it slow and steady. And he is getting them. It's slow. He's a boy. It's just how boys are, and not every boy is that way, but my boys have been that way. And that's okay. That is okay. You know, my oldest boy went into first grade at church just starting to read. Like, not like just starting his reading program, learning to read. Like, he was in the same boat, and he is a very good reader now, you know, and he can sound things out enough that I can recognize what it is for the most part and be like, no, this is how you pronounce it. And he goes, and he can keep going, you know. And if he doesn't understand what a word is, I tell him, well, this is what that word means. I should start telling him to get his, I think we have one dictionary that we share because they don't really use it. So I think what I'm going to do is have him start looking them up, because he needs to learn how to look things up. So that is a skill that I definitely teach my kids. Well, I make my kids do. Like, with testing and stuff with homeschool, we don't really learn to test. So like in public school, at least for me, when I was a kid, in my experience, we had a lot of quizzes and tests. I don't know how the school system is now and how they test for things. So yes, we utilize the quizzes and tests that come with the curriculum if the curriculum has it. But like the one that she's wanting to do, the language arts, it has assessments. So we call them assessments, you know, just to assess where their knowledge is at. So I allow open book with them because I know, yes, as a kid, I loved those because it made it, in my mind, it made it easier. But honestly, looking back, it didn't make it that much, it didn't make it a whole lot easier because you actually had to take the time to flip through that textbook and find the answers. And so it actually did take, it potentially could have taken more time. So that's what that's what I see it as, is it's instilling those, you know, looking up, you know, the skill, like being able to look through a book and find, you know, skim words to find certain words on the page and figure out where, you know, your answer is in the book. You know, that is a good skill. I really do think that's a good skill, and a lot of people seem to agree with me on that. So, anyway, I'm not going to sit here and dwell on my homeschool with you guys. This is, I mean, yes, I give you guys little tidbits here and there, but I'm actually going to get off here and go sit on my bed and relax before they get up. Hopefully not anytime soon. Hopefully I have a few more minutes to myself awake. So I have had fun talking to you guys and showing off to you my finished objects for today. Yay! I was so excited last night. Like, I can't wait to wake up in the morning and actually have not one, but 2 finished objects to show you guys. I mean, they're basically finished. So, I hope your Monday is a good Monday. But it's always a beautiful day to be kind and positive and make something beautiful. And I'll see you on the next video, friends. Bye.